As wrestling fans will tell you, Iowa is a wrestling state, and this weekend, Sioux City will host the premiere of an episode of a multi-part docuseries about the wrestling rivalry between Iowa and Iowa State in 1986. This premiere is set for this Saturday at the Remax Center in downtown Sioux City. Stop by at 6 o'clock for a social hour, followed by the screening of the fifth of 6 episodes of the Duel docuseries at 7 o'clock. After the screening, an interactive Q&A with legendary Iowa wrestling coach Dan Gable and the Iowa State's legendary coach Jim Gibson. The event is a celebration of the long history of great wrestling in Iowa.
This is a uniquely Iowa story. The head coaches are both from Iowa. Dan Gable, the legendary 1972 Olympic gold medalist. Dan won 9 NCAA championships in a row. But that streak was broken at 10 by none other than Jim Gibbons, who's a rookie head coach in this documentary.
McGowan also talked about the growth of wrestling in the tri-state area, citing the South Sioux City girls wrestling team taking home back-to-back state titles. He believes teaching the history of wrestling around Siouxland will lead to more youth wanting to get involved.